Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
So,
Let's wait till 6:40. 6:40, we will start the class. Till then, any doubts, anyone? If you have any doubts, you can ask me. 6:40, we will be starting our class. Let's others join. Yes.
सर मुझे एक डाउट था।
हाँ, यस.
सर क्या भी एफआर के लिए स्टडी कैसे करना है घर पे, मीन्स प्रॉपरली कोई टाइम टेबल जैसा कुछ?
टाइम टेबल क्या? ओके. टाइम टेबल, इट्स नॉट दैट अ परफेक्ट टाइम टेबल इज दैट मैन. जैसे आज कुछ टॉपिक किया वो खत्म कर दो. ट्राई टू कंप्लीट the questions which I give. जैसे अभी if we will start with the topic known as IAS 16 first. That is
ओके।
property, plant and equipment. That chapter will do very slow. 3 days will be taking to do that. But after that, your IAS 40, IAS 36, IAS 38 will have a common thing, same. Many things will be same. So it's better that first chapter, first IAS, if you understand, then the other standards it will be easy for you. And coming to the practice, जैसे भी I complete the lectures. After that, the chapter is done. The IAS 16, do the questions.
ओके सर।
तो उतना ही है. Keep it simple. If I have revised it, if we have done today, let's take a concept, four concepts from a topic. Revise that and finish it that day itself.
ओके सर।
I'll be giving the targets each week. Okay, you have to complete this. You have to complete this.
ओके सर।
Okay.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर।
Welcome. And sorry, the recording is not yet uploaded. It will be uploaded today. Busy with SBR students, so had to create links for them and their IDs, etc. Chalo, chalo, chalo. 3 minutes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Today, how many other? 13, 12, 11 other. Did you get these notes which I've shared, the ACCA FR paper pattern and the hack? Two PDFs I've shared in the group. I hope everyone have received it.
yes, sir.
Yes. As we do each standard, I will be giving you the notes. If not, I will first, before starting IS 16, one thing I will do that I will share the notes first only, so that you can take out a printout, so that you do not waste a lot of time on writing the content. It is important that we spend a lot of time on solving questions. I have decided this. Solving questions, rather than solving 5 questions, we'll solve 7 questions and write the content less, because you'll be having the handwritten notes. If you want, you can write down the basic points which are required. Chalo, it's 1 minute. After that, we'll start the class. Okay. Chalo, it's done. 6:40. We'll be starting the class. Chalo, everyone turn on your cameras. Chalo, fast, fast. See, why do I say turn on your camera? So that I can see, I can get to know by seeing your face whether the concept is clear or not. Just by seeing your face, I can know. Okay. So, in yesterday's session, we had started with the basic. We had discussed what are the five things which are recorded: asset, liability, equity, income, and expense. Then we had a discussion regarding accrual basis. We had a discussion regarding matching principle. We had a discussion regarding going concern. Prudence concept we had not covered. Today we'll be covering. Then we had a discussion regarding substance over form. Now coming to the concept of what does prudence concept means. Prudence concept says that you should not overstate your asset or income. You should not understate your liabilities and expense. A basic sense: never overstate what income and expenses. If you overstate the income and expenses, it will not give fair presentation. You are showing the value of the company more. Actually it is not. When coming to liabilities and expense, you should not understate it. You should show the actual liabilities and expenses. If there is an idea coming that okay, in future I'll be having an expense, record it as a provision that will be studying in IAS 37. So I hope the prudence concept is also clear. It's aligned with accrual basis. Yes, is this clear, the prudence concept? This, all these principles, as we start the first standard, it will be clear. Okay, sir, what is the link between accrual basis? What is the link between matching, prudence, etc.? Now, why do you do depreciation also? Depreciation means what? Reducing the value of the asset. Why do we do? Prudence concept: do not overstate your asset. Matching principle: record the expenses relating to the income. These all are the principles which will apply to the standards. Then we started with the discussion of IFRS 18. In IFRS 18, we had discussed what is the objective of IFRS 18. The objective of IFRS 18 was relevant information, faithful representation, to fairly present the asset, liability, income, and expense. Objective was to what? Of financial statement. Why do we prepare? To assess future cash flow and to see whether management is running the business properly. Then we had the discussion regarding the frequency of reporting. It's basically 12 months, one period. Then we had to start from this topic. Now coming to consistency of presentation, disclosure, and classification. In your class 11th and 12th, you would have covered the topic under inventory. How inventory is valued. LIFO, FIFO, weighted average cost. Have you done this or not? Yes? You have done this. What does LIFO means? What does FIFO means? What does weighted average cost means? In IS and IFRS, LIFO is not that. In US GAAP, you have this. So can I say this LIFO, this FIFO are all what? Accounting policy. Accounting policy means what? It gives the guidance. It is gives our rules which helps for the preparation of the financial statement. So when coming to these accounting policy, like FIFO and LIFO or weighted average cost, can I say if one company is following FIFO and one company is following LIFO or weighted average cost, can I say both the companies' inventory value will be totally different? The inventory which we have in a
Yes.
stock will totally be different. One is saying that we will value the inventory based on what is coming in first and going out. One is saying that we will value the inventory which is brought recently. The recent one will go out and the earlier one will remain in the business. So that means the value of the inventory will change. Can I say if the value of the inventory will change, it will affect your cost of sales? COS. What is the formula for COS? Anyone? Opening plus purchase minus closing. If I say the closing value for one company is 100 and for other it is 200, based on what? I say the inventory is same. The inventory number, the count, the price, everything is same. But one company is following LIFO, one company is following FIFO. Can you compare this? Can you compare these companies? No, it will be difficult for you. Or can I say the previous year the company was following LIFO and this year the company is following FIFO? Can I say the profits figure will change because of change in the closing inventory? If I say my opening is 100 and my purchase is 10 and my closing is 20, so how much is this cost of sales? COGS 1110. If I stay same company for the next year, they are following FIFO. In this case, it will be 100 plus 10 minus 30. In that case, can I say how much this will be? How much this will be? 100 plus 10 minus 30.
80.
80. So now you only say me if the cost of goods sold is 80 and the cost of goods sold is 110 in one year, 180 in other year. Can I say the change is because of these two things? And can you compare the financial statement? No, you will not be able to compare this financial statement. This once again we will cover in IAS 8. If you have understood well, if not, again you will understand once we do particular standard and then jump to these topic. Clear? Any doubts? मिसबा नहीं समझ में आया? नहीं आया सर, नहीं आया नहीं. Aarti, what about you? Now,
Okay, sir.
to Misbah, do you know the basic concept of LIFO, FIFO, bete? What does FIFO means? What does
No,
LIFO?
sir.
No? Okay, chalo, chalo, koi nahi. Now, do understand that when you prepare your financial statement, you follow some principles, you follow some policy. There are two or three policy. If you keep on changing the policy, can I say this will not provide good or fair presentation to the shareholders? Once you say that I will do credit business, once you say that we do only cash business, cash sale or credit sale, can I say you keep on changing your decision? Will it be difficult for the shareholders or the owner of the company also to decide what to do or how will the company run? So a lot of confusion will be there. Yes or no? Is this clear, Misbah? थोड़ा बहुत. I want little bit only to be clear because this IFRS 18 has a link with all the standards. So we'll learn only the basic part. When you prepare the financial statement, what should be in your mind? Your mind should focus that when you prepare the financial statement, whatever policy you're following, you should follow regular. You can't change 1 year saying that I'll follow this policy. The next year you say I'll follow this. Again, next year you say I follow this. Again, next year you say I follow this. No, you should not do this. If you do this, the shareholders or the stakeholders will not be able to compare the figures, the financial statements. Then coming to comparative information. What does this comparative information means? As I mentioned, if the company is providing the balance sheet and P&L to you today, the current year, how will you analyze whether the company is doing good or bad? Can I say you will ask the director or the company to provide the previous year financial statements also so that we can decide whether the company is doing good or bad? Is this clear? Comparative information? ये तो clear होगा. This is simple for everyone. If it's clear, nod your head. I can see you. This again detail it will be coming. No issues in IS 8 again. Then coming to the role of primary financial statements and note. What is the role? Why do we prepare financial statements? Can I say we prepare financial statements to present the value of the company, to measure or to present the performance of the company. Now, what I will be doing, some topics I'll not be covering because we will start with numbers. As we start with numbers and learn basic standards, these all parts will be easy to you. These all parts will be easy to you. A lot theory is there. Okay, chalo. Some basic points I'll do. Again, once we are done with one or two standards, we'll revise this in detail. Now coming to role of primary financial statement. I mentioned what are the primary statements: balance sheet, P&L, changes in equity, cash flow, notes to account. Then we discuss additional two also are there. Additional two are what? Comparative figures, and one is concept of third balance sheet. We'll do in IS 8. Now, what do we present here? Can I say we prepare balance sheet to show what? We present financial information. Financial information means the transaction in the financial statements and in the notes to account. What did I mention yesterday? In notes to account, you will disclose what? Material information. And yesterday we discussed what does the term material means. We had taken the example of Reliance. How will you decide what transaction or which transaction is material? Based on what? How it will affect the users. How it will affect the users. Is this part clear? Yes. Reliance example, what does materiality means? Nahin. Nahin, Misbah. It's not clear. Yesterday's example, वो तो clear है ना? The example which we have
Yeah.
taken for Reliance. The term materiality. Do not worry, again, this everything will be coming. Okay. Read this one. Please do read this one. Have we covered this or not? These 3 points. Why do we prepare financial statements? Clear with these 3 points? Why do we prepare, or why do we show what is the objective of financial statements? Again, the same points which we have repeated a lot of times in the yesterday session also, today also. What does notes provide? Enable users to understand the line item presented in financial statement. Yesterday we had seen the format of balance sheet. First one was non-current asset. Under non-current asset, you had first item known as PPE. Now this PP will include a lot of things like your building, your truck, your vehicles, etc. So you will show the total amount here. But what should you do in the notes to account? In the notes to account, you should show that okay, the PP total is 10 lakh rupees. What this contains, you should show that the car value out of this is 20,000. Then building value is 40,000, etc. Why do we do this? To provide supplement information to the shareholders of the items which is present in the balance sheet. Okay, do not worry saying that sir ये सब box में जो करवाया नहीं है, will do later because theory it is boring. Yes or no? Calculation means interesting. Then coming to aggregation, disaggregation, again I'll explain the basic concept of this. Aggregation means what? Anyone explain me what are the basic term aggregation?
Add,
Aggregation means
adding something.
adding something or showing the items in a group. Showing the items in the group. As I mentioned the above item PP, I mentioned in that PP all the items are included. We have grouped them together. This means aggregation. Now see, if I say my company is into sales, it's my main business is of selling what? Let's take products at the doorstep of the customer's doorstep. So sale persons will be that they'll be going to each and every customer. Can I say the company will be having travel expenses? If you work in any CA firm or anywhere, you know that once you work and you travel to the client place, the company will reimburse you. If you incur from your pocket, the company will reimburse you. That means, can I say if there are 10 or 15 employees working in the company, can I say everyone will be traveling and everyone will be claiming the expenses? Can I sit down and write down in my P&L all the travel expenses one by one, or should I combine this and write down what is the total expense? Can I say I will do that? I will total all the travel expenses and show in a single line, that it is providing a fair presentation. Is the concept of aggregation clear?
So
Sabko?
can you repeat
Which one? This one?
aggregation? Yeah.
Aggregation means if I say I have cash, I have 5 accounts, I have 5 bank accounts. In each bank account, there is $10,000. Now, will you record in the balance sheet saying bank 1, bank 2, bank 3, bank 4, bank 5? No, no. What will you do? You will accumulate what is the total amount in the bank and write down. Clear with? Why did you
Yeah.
aggregate these two? Can I say you have aggregated these all 5 because they have same characteristics? They are same thing. It's not different.
Got it. Thank you.
Got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Then coming to the term disaggregation. Now, what does the term disaggregation means? Separating and recording it. You should not combine. When will you separate the items? If I say today the company is having expenses of salary is an expense, rent paid, then advertisement. Can I say, can you combine these together and show in a single line item as an expense? No. If you show separately, can I say the user or the stakeholder will get to know, okay, for salary, the company has paid this much. During the year, the salary expense was $20,000. For rent, what is the rent they have paid for doing the business? For administrative purpose also, that could be further expense. Clear? We have to separate and record it. You should not aggregate. If you aggregate, then will the shareholders get to know what is the expense, etc.? No, they will not have an idea. So I hope the term aggregation and disaggregation is clear, simple. Moving forward, do not worry, everything we will be doing detail, but I want to start practical part rather than theory now. Offsetting means what? Now let me take an example. Company A is there, Company B is there. Company B. Company A has purchased from Company B. If I say Company A has purchased goods on credit from Company A, from Company B, can I say in Company A's book there will be what? Payables? They have to pay to Company B. Can I say in case of Company B, what they will have? Receivables? Yes or no? ये तो clear है सबको. I hope this is clear that Company A, they'll have a payable. Company B, they'll be having receivable. Now, can I say A company is purchasing? So, A company is what? Customer here. A company is the customer, B company is the seller. Can I say the opposite could also be that B company is a customer and A company is the seller? Both the companies can purchase goods from each other. So now if I say company B is purchasing from A, can I say in company B books what it will be? Payable, and in company A's book it will be receivable. Yes or no? One company is also having payable and receivable from a single party. From a single party. Can I say the payable is $10,000? The receivable is $2,000. Now you will say, sir, ultimate to humko 8,000 ही pay करना है. You will say that, sir, we only have to pay 8,000. What we will do, instead of recording payable as 10,000 and receivable as 2,000, receivable value will record current asset. Payable value will record current liability. What you will say, sir, directly we will show current liability as 8,000. You will say this only, no? Sir, kaiko payable alag batana, receivable alag batana. Why should we show differently? We can aggregate and together offset it and record a single amount. Is this allowed by the standard? No. This offsetting of items is not allowed. This offsetting of items is not allowed. When it will be allowed? If any IS or IFRS will be saying you. If any IS or IFRS says that you can offset the amount and record it, do record it. If the IS or IFRS is not saying anything, you will not do nothing. I have given an example here, but here I mentioned that offsetting is done because certain conditions are being met by IFRS 9. This is also a small topic which you have in FR, a theory topic. This is theory question can come, not more than this. But the concept which I've given of company A and company B is clear. The example that you can't set off the amount and show a single amount. You can't net off the amount. So yesterday we had done with the format of the balance sheet. I hope the format is clear to everyone. Non-current asset, current asset, you will get total assets. Then you will have equity part, non-current liability and current liability. Now coming to, for further, what does current means and what does non-current means? Classification of current and non-current assets and current and non-current liability should be presented as a separate classification in the statement of financial position unless a presentation based on liquidity order provides more useful information. This is when it is relating to financial institutions like your banks, etc., or when the company's going concern assumption is not satisfied in that case. But the basic understanding is that we have to record separately the current asset, non-current asset. What is the logic behind this? Current asset means which it will provide me benefit or which I can realize within 12 months. Non-current means which will provide me benefits for more than 12 months or which I can, the items I can use for more than 12 months or I can realize the money after 12 months. If I say fixed deposit is a current asset or non-current asset? Fixed deposit you have invested for, let's take 40 days. Then it will be current or non-current? Current. Yes or no?
Current.
Current. If I say the fixed deposit you have done for 5 years, you will show under non-current
Non-current.
asset. Simple. Yes or no? If I say you have purchased a property, plant and equipment, the property, plant and equipment, that is a building. A building has a useful life of what?
40 to 30.
40, 50, 60, 70 years. That you will show where? Under non-current asset. If I say you have a receivable from someone, the basic assumption is that what? Receivable, if you have, you will collect the money within 3 months, max to max 6 months, not more than that. So you will show under current
Current
asset.
asset. And
If I come to the example of inventory, can I say the stock which you have in your company, what will be your aim? To sell this as soon as possible. So that is the reason that also we record under current asset. So I hope the basic idea between current and non-current is clear.
yes, sir.
You want, once you can have a reading. As I mentioned, IFRS 18 notes are too detailed. Why? This standard will be tested for the first time and theory questions will be coming for sure in section E. Today only I say that 2 or 3 questions could come from this theory question. So I hope balance sheet format is clear to everyone. I have written what does a current asset means here. Entity expects to realize, sell or consume within normal operating cycle. What is the normal operating cycle of a business? 12 months. Normal operating cycle of a business is 12 months. The entity holds its primarily for the purpose of trading. They are holding this for trading purpose, like your inventory. Then it is realized it within 12 months. You will get the benefit or you will sell this within 12 months. Then cash and cash equivalent. For liability, same. Here it is of realized. Can I say there is settlement in case of liability? You have to settle, you have to pay someone. If you have to pay someone within one or normal operating cycle means 12 months, then it will be liability. It is primarily for trading purpose. Then if it is settled within 12 months, current liability. If not, other than these things, it will be what? Non-current part. Do you have to remember this basic idea of 12 months you have to apply? And whatever I've given the format, these are the items. Other than this, nothing will be coming. ये तो आई होप दैट यू हैव कवर्ड दिस इन क्लास 11th एंड 12th आल्सो व्हाट डज करंट नॉन करंट मींस. इसमें तो कोई डाउट नहीं किसी को भी. इफ यू कम फ्रॉम साइंस बैकग्राउंड आल्सो ये तो बेसिक आप करके आते हो. यस और नो? हु मेंशन हियर दैट समवन इज फ्रॉम साइंस बैकग्राउंड?
Sir, me.
ओके, दिस इज क्लियर नो बेटे व्हाट डज करंट नॉन करंट मींस ये? मिसबा क्लियर है? आरती, प्रियांशी, इशिका, उन्नति?
Yes, sir.
ओके.
Yes, sir.
यस, ओके, चलो. Then coming to statement of profit and loss. Now, as I mentioned, the format of statement of profit and loss has been changed. Now, the statement of profit and loss is also known as what? Other comprehensive income. Other comprehensive income. Now, what does this other comprehensive income means? We will be coming to this later. First, understand the format of P&L, which we have discussed in the previous class, which you have already written. That was revenue minus cost of sale. You get your gross profit margin. Then you have other operating income, selling expenses, research and development expense, general and administrative expenses, goodwill impairment loss, or other operating expenses. You get your operating profit. Then you write down what is the income or expense from investing. Then you write down from financing. So we discussed what does operating means. We have discussed what does investing means and financing means in the previous class. Operating means relating to your core business. Investing means your business is something else and you have taken a building on rent and purchased a building and given on rent. The rent which you receive is not your main business. It will come under investing. Financing means when you take a loan, you pay interest. That interest will be recorded here. So what is the IFRS 18 doing? IFRS 18 has given 5 categories. The first one is operating, investing and financing. These two things are same only. Then after your profit, you write down what is your income tax, and then you write down what is profit and loss from discontinued operation. Discontinued operation means what? If the company is planning to sell one part of its business, they will show separately that what is the profit and loss from this business, so that the shareholders can understand, okay, what is the actual reason why the company is selling it. This one we will do in consolidation. This will do in consolidation. I hope the 5 categories is clear to everyone. सबको clear है? Okay. Why these categories? Because of it was difficult for the investors to confirm. I have written here operating profit was not defined by IFRS or any accounting standard. Now there is an IFRS 18 which defines it. So because it was difficult for the shareholders or the stakeholders to compare what is the operating profit for one company and another company, that is the reason this has been introduced. So IFRS 18 again 3 categories and these two subtotals are required. Operating profit and profit before financing and income tax. Can you see these two things? These are the two important subtotals which whenever you prepare your P&L should be there. Do understand, when you have a question in section C, you should write down these two subtotals. If you miss anything, your format is wrong, you'll lose marks. So these two things items should be there. Then normal you can write profit before tax, income tax expense, you will write down what is the profit for the year. And as mentioned, statement of profit and loss is prepared for the year. Balance sheet is prepared as at or till the date. Any doubts in the format? So what does operating profit give? A complete picture of what? Company's performance. Profit before financing and income tax, that is this one. Profit before financing and income tax will give what? What is the company's performance in relation with the investment which they have done? A bank deposit or invested in any company or purchase some shares from of that company, etc. If I purchase the shares of company, can I say we'll be getting dividend? It is an income, you record it. So P&L format and balance sheet format is clear to everyone. So the categories are also clear. How will you record it? Now see, in investing category, I have written a note, what all is included. Now, will you understand today what all should be recorded, or once we start any standard, it will be clear. Even though if I explain now, nothing will go here. So it is better that we will do practical part. And as we do, I will say, okay, this is not related to business. It will go to investing category. Whenever I say operating category, income and expenses, do remember. When I say investing category, income and expenses of that item will go there. When coming to financing, I will be keep on saying this. The basic we have covered. Investing means for investment purpose. Bank deposit, if you have purchased a property, the rental income which you are getting. These are the two important things. Or if I've invested in any company shares, I have 5% shareholding in Reliance. That means I'll be getting dividend. It is an investment. So if I get dividend, I will record under investing category saying this is my dividend income. Then financing activity. Financing activity, if you have taken a loan, you will be recording this. Then other liabilities. In financing activity, you have two further classification. One, interest expense will be relating to the raising of finance. Like today, the company has issued some bond. The company has taken a loan. That is based on what? Completely based on raising of the finance. You also have some interest expenses which we will be covering as we do each particular standard. If you have learnt the FR subject, you know in financial instrument you calculate an amortization table. You have interest expense there. In your lease also you have an amortization table. There also you have an interest expense. When you study your provision, your decommissioning part, today we'll be doing that topic. There also you have what? Interest expense. That all is related to what? Other than raising of finance. It's not related to pure raising of finance. Is the basic clear here? Two type of interest expenses are there. One is particularly relating to what? Raising of the finance. Raising of finance means taking a bank loan or paying dividends on preference shares, etc. The other liabilities are what? Interest expenses, which are in particular standard, which works on the concept of present value, which has the present value concept. You discount something and record it. Today we'll do that basic, you'll understand it. So I hope financing is clear, investing is clear. And then operating category. Operating also, in operating category, what all you will record? In operating category, you will record the income and expenses relating to your business. Now, there is further classification of operating category. You can categorize the income and expenses from operating activity in two ways: by nature and by function. By nature and by function. Now, the examples which are given by nature and by function, do see once and try to understand what is the difference by yourself. IFRS 18 is saying that either you can record the expense in operating category by nature or you can follow by function. कुछ समझ में आ रहा है? Are you able to understand by nature and by function? मनन, आरती, श्रेया, माही, राज, रिफा, प्रियांशी, कुछ समझ में आया क्या? बाय नेचर एंड बाय फंक्शन? नहीं? श्रेया मेंशन नो सर. आरती, व्हाट अबाउट यू बेटे? ओके. मनन नहीं आया. यस. इशिका थोड़ा थोड़ा. उन्नति कुछ भी नहीं समझ में आया. मिसबा नहीं समझ में आया सर. चलो, ये आएगा ही नहीं, समझ में आएगा ही नहीं. नाउ कमिंग टू दिस बाय नेचर एंड बाय फंक्शन, विल यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस टुडे विदाउट नोइंग? सर डेप्रिसिएशन अमोर्टाइजेशन क्या है वो भी नहीं मालूम से तो कैसे मालूम पड़ेगा नेचर में जाएगा कि फंक्शन में जाएगा? वी ऑल्सो डोंट नो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव एक्सपेंसेस, वी डोंट नो व्हाट इज रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट etc xy. Now do understand nature means what? This simple rule you have to apply what they are regardless of the purpose. If I say today I incur $10,000 to purchase the raw material, now you only say me this $10,000 which I've spent to purchase the raw material, can I say before using this to produce my finished goods, you purchase raw material, you manufacture the inventory or you produce the finished good. Before manufacturing the inventory or before making the finished good, can I say why did I purchase the raw material? For my business purpose or not? If you purchase the raw material, you can convert this into finished good and sell in the market. Now without seeing where will I use this raw material, can I say that this is an expense regarding my business and it is of direct nature? You will be able to identify. So by nature means what? You will classify based on the nature of the expense rather than where it is used, rather than combining it. Depreciation and amortization, where you will study in IAS 16, the topic which will be starting today. Employee benefit expenses means salary. Yes or no? If I say I am paying salary to my staff, that means what? Operating expense. Without having staffs, I can't do business. It's basic expense, salary. Repair and maintenance. If I have a property or if I have a machine which is damaged, it needs repair and maintenance. This is also an expense. If I say I have spent $10,000 on the repair of the machine, without saying that okay which machine required repair or maintenance, I can say okay ये operating में जाएगा, okay ये operating nature का, this is from a business purpose, rent paid etc xyz. अभी कुछ भी नहीं समझ में आएगा. If you understand 5 or 10%, that is enough for me. I am saying today only, so that is the reason I am not going in detail. Once we do 3 or 4 standards, then ये जो सारा है ना सब कुछ clear हो जाएगा. By function means what is the actual function of that? Like when coming to administrative expenses, in administrative expenses you include salary, then you include rent paid etc. So here you do what? In function you combine it. For what purpose you are using? Administrative purpose means what? For running my business. For running my business, what are the expenses? I pay salary, I pay rent, I have depreciation, I have amortization. So here in this by nature you are showing single line item, you are presenting separately. But here what you are doing, in administrative expenses to do my business, I have a building. In building, staffs are there, I am paying salary. For that building, I am charging depreciation, I will include that. That building requires some repair and maintenance, I will combine these all here. Then coming to selling and distribution, selling means to sell something I'm incurring a cost, distribution means transportation cost, I'll combine these together and record it. Clear with the basic nature and function abhi with an example which I've given? Yes? Okay, if you have any doubts please do ask me. Okay. Chalo then. Now coming to OCI item. Now what is OCI? Other comprehensive income. This is very important. You have seen the PNL format. PNL format was what? Revenue, COS, GP margin. Then you have operating expenses. You get operating profit. Then you have investing income and expenses. You have what? Profit before financing and income tax. Then you have finance expenses and income. Then you have income tax. After income tax we'll get a profit figure. Profit before tax. Profit before tax, you have profit for the year. This should be clear to each and everyone, the format. Now, after this profit for the year, you have another statement known as OCI, that is known as other comprehensive income. So P&L is divided into two. What you can do, you can present the P&L part separately, you can present the OCI part separately, or you can present in a single way. This is the single way which I have done. Instead of recording OCI, again recording the statement for etc. XYZ, you will directly write down above statement of profit and loss and other comprehensive income. Rather than showing what statement of profit and loss, then showing other comprehensive income, the statement of other comprehensive income for the year. Present it in a single way. Under this OCI, what all will be coming? Two things only you have in your FR. The first one is revaluation surplus. Sir, ये क्या है कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा. We'll be coming to it. What does revaluation surplus means? IAS 16. Then you have fair value through OCI, your financial instrument chapter. ये भी कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा. Again, once we come there, we will understand this. In OCI, what are the two items which will be tested in FR? First one is revaluation surplus, and the second one is fair value through OCI in IFRS 90. Sir, what is the basic idea, logic between PNL and OCI? Does anyone know if you have given the paper? What is the difference between OCI and PNL? Sir, nahi malum hai. Let me take an example. Example.
Income from other source of a company.
Okay, someone mentioned income from other source of company. Do you know the difference between realized and unrealized? Realized profit, unrealized profit. What does realized means? What does unrealized means? Anyone? नहीं मालूम है. Okay, chalo, I'll take an example. Company A has what? This is the factory building. This is what? Factory building. See, the item which we record in OCI, it is based on particular standard. In each standard, it is given what should be recorded in OCI. There is no perfect rule what should be recorded in OCI also. The body IASB which has developed this also says that there is no perfect rule. We can't say what can be recorded here. But they say that based on particular standard, we have identified some item that should be recorded in OCI. Now understand what will be recorded in OCI. The company has a factory building. The company also has a building which is given for rental purpose. Now say me which one is relating to business. Can I say this one is relating to business? Pakka. This one is not relating to business. Not relating to business. Now this factory, the company is saying the value of the factory is 10,000. Now once you record a factory at 10,000, after that what do? You do something known as depreciation. You reduce the value. You have learned this depreciation in your BCom also basic, divided by 10 years. I say the life of the factory is 10 years. So you divide by 10, you get what? 1000. You get something 1000. This 1000 you will record in PNL. And what will be the value of the company? 10,000 minus 1000. The value of the company is 9,000. Same way I say here also 10,000 divided by 10. 1000, it's 9,000. Now I say the actual value of the building should be 9,000. But when you go to the market, the fair value, when you go to the market, if you sell this building, you will get $12,000. How much will get? If you go to the market, you will get $12,000. Yes or no? This can be the case or not. Today I purchased a factory. After 2 years, my factory is running very well. Can I say the value of the nearby area, the value of the land and the building price also will go up? So that is the reason the value has increased to 12,000. Here also the value has increased to 12,000. Can you say what is the gain you have today here? 9,000 minus 12,000. You say, sir, today if I sell this building, I will get $3,000 in as a profit. Here also you will say 3,000 profit you will be having. Now this 3,000 will be recorded in OCI. This 3,000 will be recorded in PNL. Now sir, both are building only. Why one is recorded in OCI? Why one is recorded in PNL? Can anyone say me this? by just seeing the numbers and the example which I've given. One is for investing and one is for business purpose. Can you say me this?
Because हमने वो रेंट पे दिया है, we are not using that for the main purpose of business. हमारा ये other source हुआ.
Yes. So can I say in the first example, the gain which you have of 3,000, when will you get? When you sell it, when you sell the factory building, is your aim to sell the factory or to do business there? To do business, no. Your aim is not to sell this factory. So that is the reason you take this into OCI. But when coming to investing purpose, you only say when I invest in any property, it's not my business. You know, no, whenever a business person is that, he will have his main shop also, main business. By side, he'll be doing some real estate type also work. Okay, property le liya, bech diya, buying some property and selling. You would see that your parents also doing it, etc. A lot of them doing that. Okay, if I purchase a plot for 10 lakh rupees, after 2 years it will become 14 lakhs. Some friend will say that invest that. In that case, can I say it is your main business, it is your main duty to do this? Is your regular, do you do this regularly? No, you do not do this regularly. But can I say when you have any building which you purchase for rental purpose, can I say if the value is increasing very high, you will sell it or not? You will have that assumption or not? I have purchased this building for investment purpose. If I get good returns, I will sell it. That is the reason this will be recorded in PNL. In PNL means above, it will not be recorded in OCI. Is the logic clear? Basic idea? Agar if you don't know this logic also, no one will ask you. Only you have to remember what will go in OCI. किसी को doubt? Here you will see, sir, इतना कुछ लिखा है, इतना कुछ आएगा भी नहीं. Only this first one will be tested for you. Changes in revaluation surplus. See now, we recorded profit for the year. Then under this you have other comprehensive income. Do not focus on these two lines. Only focus on the items which I say. The first one, gain on property revaluation. The second one, remeasurement gain or loss on investment in equity instrument measured at fair value through OCA. Only these two items will be tested in FR. Only these two will be tested. Now whenever I ask you what are the two items in OCA, what will be coming? Two items. Other than this, you should not think anything else. Nothing else. Correct? सबको clear है? Raj, Manan, Mahi? Yes? Okay. Okay, now coming to changes in equity. So we'll do this changes in equity format, then we'll start with the practical part. Okay? Now chalo, statement of changes in equity. Let me prepare the basic format for your understanding today. Statement of changes in equity. See, all the items I will not be writing here. The one which I pasted here includes the part which will be tested, but everything will not be writing. We'll just understand the basic format today. So statement of changes in equity, what you will write down? Balance brought forward or carry forward. Balance brought forward or carry forward. What do we say? When you prepare your T account, do you write down brought forward or carry forward?
Brought forward.
Or yes, semi. No need. वो आता भी नहीं, चलो कोई नहीं.
Note down.
I say that 1st Jan
Brought
2000.
forward.
Yes. 1st Jan 2024 and your year end is 31st 12 2024. Now every time I'll be using Jan and December as the accounting period. I will not use 1st April 31st March. It will be confusing. Where it is required, I will be using that. 1st April to 31st 12. Now I say that I want to prepare the changes in equity. I have prepared the balance sheet on this date. So can I say first I will bring the balance from the previous year? So can I say balance as at 1st Jan 2024? A year in equity, what we have learned? Sir, हमने पढ़ा है share capital. Then you have learned share premium. Then you learned something known as retained earnings. Then today one thing also we discuss about revaluation surplus and total. This much only. 3. Then and adjustment will be coming as per IAS 8. Write down this much. Changes to retain earnings. Why this changes is done to retain earnings, we'll understand. So I say my opening balance is this XXXS. So changes to retain earnings, I will adjust here. So what will I get then? I will get my restated balance. This will be my restated balance as at 31st 12 2024. Then what will you do? Then you will record changes in equity. Why there is changes in equity? Now can I say if the company is issuing shares, issue of share, can I say my share capital will increase and for sure share premium will increase? Can I say if the company has profit for the year, that profit will be taken where? Already mentioned in
P
yesterday's class,
and L.
retained earnings. Then in revaluation surplus, can I say just now we have learned in OCI there is a revaluation concept. You will include this also here. So you'll have the total year, you'll have the total year, you'll have the total year. So this is now when you pay dividend, can I say the company is paying dividend from which the company will pay dividend? Can I say from retained earnings? So I will reduce the retained earnings, the retained earnings will be reduced. Then everything is same. Then coming to one more thing, transfer from revaluation surplus to retained earnings. From revaluation surplus, which one is revaluation? This one. From this you are taking and you are adding to retained earnings. This again we'll be studying in IAS 16, the concept. So this will create what? Balance as at 31st March, 31st not March, 31st December 2024. So this all value you will present back. These all values you will present in your balance sheet. This will not come. This will be the total. Clear with the format which I have given here? Sabko? Yesterday also we had this discussion only. Changes is that we have to prepare a statement so the users can understand what is the change in the current year. What all is required basic we have done. Can I start with the basic now? Calculation part, some basic. Okay, chalo now. First point you have to understand difference between revenue expenditure, capital expenditure. Yes. Now what does this mean? Can anyone explain me? Revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. What does revenue expenditure means? What does capital expenditure means? Have you covered this or did you heard about these terms anywhere? No. What about others? सबका camera off है, मुझे कुछ भी नहीं मालूम. I can only see Ishika and Unnati. So I can know that Ishika knows for sure. I know. What about others? किया है कि नहीं ये basic revenue expenditure, capital expenditure? किया है किधर भी? Let's take an example. Let's take you have a property with you today. Ground floor, first floor, second floor. This property is giving you rental income. Rental income. Now I say that you spend further $50,000 for the construction of third floor. First you have only constructed 2 floors, in total 3 floors, but first and second you have constructed till that you do not have money. After 2 or 3 years you have spent further $50,000 to construct the third floor. I say that you have the same building again. Either what you have done, you have spent $10,000 on repairing this building, repairing the building like renovation or painting, etc. XYZ. Now say me, this $50,000 which you have incurred further, can I say you are constructing a third floor here? If you are constructing this third floor, can I say will you have income or not? Will you
Yes.
have more income or not? More rental
Yes.
income? So this will be what? Of capital nature. So this means what? Capital expenditure means what? The expenditure which is done such that, can I say the income from the asset will increase? The income from the asset will increase, or you will get more benefit. You will get more benefit. But when coming to this 10,000, if you do this 10,000, will you get further income? No, the income, the rental income will be same only. You are doing some painting or you are repairing something. Can I say this will be of what nature? Revenue expenditure. So can I say revenue expenditure means what then? Can I say done to maintain the asset? Done to maintain the asset. Capital expenditure is done to increase the performance of the asset. Increase the performance of the asset, or to increase the income. I hope the difference between revenue expenditure, capital expenditure is clear to everyone. One more example. I say you have a building, ground floor, first floor, second floor. Suddenly what happened? Earthquake came. And here some damage was there. The roof opened up. The roof opened up. You spend further $20,000 for this roof. You spent $20,000 for this roof. Storm came, earthquake, anything came. The roof is not there. You are again building it. Then say me, this which you are incurring is a revenue expenditure or capital expenditure?
Revenue expenditure.
Revenue.
सबको क्लियर है रेवेन्यू क्या है, कैपिटल क्या है अभी? Now for the coming 3-4 standards, we will be using this concept again. So what I'll be doing before standing any IS or IFRS, I will ensure that few terms are clear to you. So now coming to the concept of present value discounting. This is very important, this concept. It's very important. It's important for IAS 16, then 16, 9, etc. Now present value. Have you learned the definition of simple interest and compound interest? पढ़ा है कॉलेज में सिंपल इंटरेस्ट क्या है, compound interest क्या है? What does simple interest means? If you have 100 with you, that means what? And if you have 100 with you in case of compound interest, in case of simple interest, you would have heard that compound interest is the
कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट एवरी ईयर अक्यूमुलेट होता जाता है एंड उस पे इंटरेस्ट मिलता है सो दैट द अमाउंट गेट्स बिगर एट व्हेन वी रिन्यू दैट अमाउंट, या हम जब उसे निकालते हैं तो ज्यादा हो जाता है that.
okay. So can I say compound interest? You would have heard that this is the eighth wonder, magic something. So let's take the interest rate which you get is 5%. So can I say if it is simple interest every year, what you'll get? 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. So what will be the value here? Can I say it will be 105? Here it will be 110, 115, 120 and 125. But in compound interest, what will happen? You are receiving first year 5%. So what will be your balance? 105. Now next year you will receive 5% on what? You will receive 5% on 105. You will receive on this 5%. So how much is this? 105 into 5% plus 105. Can I say it 0.25 extra? Then again on 110 plus 5%, it's 115.7625. Clear? Then again on this plus 5%, 121.550. Again on this 5%, 127. This is the value you are getting. This is known as what? Compounding. But is this required here? This is not required here. This is required in your FM. बहुत detail में जाना. But what we will be learning? We will be learning the concept known as discounting. Now see, when you did in the calculator, can I say you are having in decimals the answer? 4 decimal, 5 decimal, 6 decimal. What should you do in FR? The examiner will specify in the MCQ question saying that the answer should be nearest to thousands, nearest to 100, or the nearest to decimals, nearest to 3 decimal, etc. You have to write down in that way only. Discounting means write down first the formula 1 divided by 1 plus r to the power of n. Done here. Here R means what? Interest rate. R means what? Interest rate or discount rate. It will be called as discount rate. Discount rate. R means discount rate. N means number of years. Number of years. Number of years. Now you say me discounting. I say that 127, which the value we have got, 127.62 divided by what? 1 plus what are the interest rate we have used here? 0.5 percentage. So how will you present this? Into 0.05. You will present this. It is in 5 percentage. You will calculate this in numbers. And to the power of n. For how many years? We have calculated this for 5 years. Now what are you doing here? Here you are calculating what will the value be of $100 after 5 years. In the first case, you are calculating what will be the value of $100 or 100 rupees after 5 years. But what are you doing in discounting? You are taking the value after 5 years and calculating it what will be the value today. Someone will say that after 5 years, we will give you this much amount. You will calculate, you will discount it and calculate what is the accurate value in today's term. In today's term. So if you do this, what is the answer you will be getting? Can anyone calculate this for me?
It will be 100.
It will be 100, yes or no? Now sir, ये तो आता ही नहीं करने को. Do you have a normal calculator with you? So this discount formula which I've given will help you to calculate what discount factor. Will help you to calculate what discount factor. What you can do, you can calculate 1 divided by 1 plus 0.05 to the power of 5 into the value which you receive after 5 years. It's 127.67 something. So how will you calculate this? In your calculator, you do what? 1 divided by 1.05 is equal to 5 times. Do it, you will get your answer. 1 in your normal calculator, 1 divided by 1.05 press is equal to 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are getting some value? 0.7835 I am getting. Everyone getting the same value. Yes? So this value you multiply with 127.67. कितना आ रहा है? 100 ही आ रहा है, क्या आ रहा है? 120. So can I array 127.67 into 0.7835? 100. Yes sir. 100 आ रहा है. अभी क्या है सर, इंटरेस्ट रेट कैसे कैलकुलेट होता है वो सब नहीं चाहिए, वो सब एफएम में है. वी कांट स्पेंड टाइम हियर एंड डिस्कसिंग ये कैसे हो, क्या है, हाउ इज द फॉर्मूला डिराइव्ड. नो, what is required, this formula you have to remember and you have to calculate the discount factor. Can I say the formula which we have learned is used to calculate the discount factor? bete 1 divided by 1 plus r to the power of n. So if I say to the power of 1, can I say 1 divided by 1 plus 0.05 to the power of 2? So this will be keep on continuing. You have to see the number of years when you're doing. Now if I say, why are we doing this discounting? Coming to that now. Can I say today's 1 rupee is not equal to tomorrow's 1 rupee? If you purchase a dairy milk today of 10, can you purchase the same dairy milk with same quantity after 5 years? No, the company could keep the value 10 rupees only. But can I say the quantity will be reduced? Now you can see Maggie, you are getting at 10, but you're getting at now 12 or 12 or 15, something. So that means why the value keeps on increasing, or why do you? Because it's totally FM part, not required. Now if I say that, again I'm giving a question to you basic. I say the company will receive $1,000 after 3 years. Calculate the value of thousand no calculate the value of 1,000 in today's no calculate the value of 1,000. Let me give the company will receive 2,000 x3. Calculate the value of 1,000, that is today, that is 2,000 x1. This is x year end. Discount rate is 6%. I have given you the number of years. Do not see the question. Just write down the numbers and calculate the value for me. I say that after 3 years, I will be receiving $1,000. I need to check what is the accurate value or what is the real value of this 1,000 today.
is 39.61.
Okay, पहले डिस्काउंट फैक्टर कितना है 1 divided by 1 plus can I 6% 0.06 to the power of n is 3. So I will take my calculator. 1 divided by 1.06 is equal to 3 times 1 2 3. So I get around 0.839. I will do this into 1,000. So can I say 839? So that means what? If I invest today 839, after 3 years I will be getting 1,000. Yes or no? सबको क्लियर है? Today if I invest 839, after 3 years I will be getting 1,000. This discounting should be clear to everyone, the formula and etc. Most of the time the examiner will give you this discount factor. They will say either to use 2 decimals or either to use 3 decimals. Most of the time the examiner will give you. Now do continue with the example. Now I say that मेरा value कितना आज 839. My value is today 839. Can I say this is my opening value today? Can I say I will add here 6% to it? So this is my first year, year 1. If I add 6% to it, I will calculate the interest 839 into 6%. So it is 50.34. Yes or no? How much will the value be at the end of year 1? 889.34. अगर मैं next year 889.34 I'll take, again I will do into 6%, इसका 53.36. I will add this 889.34 plus 53.36. Can I say 942.7 I'll be getting? Again third year I will take 942.7 into 6%. So I'm getting around 56.562. If I add this, I'm getting 999.26. So what will I do? I know for sure that I will get 1,000. So can I say whatever is the difference I will record here in the last year? The decimal point, the adjustment will be done in the last year. So how much is this? 1,000 minus 942. It is 57.3. ये clear है? Now, during the year, did you receive any amount from the bank? Did you receive any amount, or the bank is saying that we will pay you at the end? Bank is saying you will be getting $1,000 at the end. Yes or no? Did you get any amount in the first year? कुछ अमाउंट मिला ही नहीं है, yes or no? So it will be zero only. So that is the reason it is increasing value. अगर मैं बोलूं if you have already got out of this some 50 percentage 500 rupees etc, then the interest rate will change, everything will change. But do understand, this is the basic. Now what we will be learning, the table which we required for FR is the amortization table. Draw this. Amortization table. Here you will mention the opening balance. Here you will write down interest. Here you will write down interest paid. That was the case of interest received, the above one. But here interest paid, most of it will be used for liabilities only. Then closing balance. See, closing balance. So opening you will have some amount. So this X, Y, Z. Let me take an amount. 1,000. On this you will apply the interest. If I say interest is 6% and some amount is paid, let's take it as 200. Amount you have paid is 50. So what will be your closing balance? 1,000. This is your A, B, C and D. A plus B minus C will give you D. 1,000 plus 200 minus 50. How much you're getting? 1150. We will be learning, but I hope this table is clear to everyone. The discounting is clear and this is also clear to everyone. Now the example which I had given of this $1,000 was at the end of third year. Yes or no? Can I say I can give you a question same that each year you will receive $1,000. Each year you will receive $1,000. Then what will you do, bete? I say this is year 1, year 2, year 3. I say that in year 1 you will receive 1,000, year 2 you will receive 1,000, year 3 you will receive 1,000. Can I say you will discount this at 0 today? Yes or no? How will you do this? Can I say the interest rate here is 6%? So can I say here what you will do? Discount rate 1 divided by 1 plus 0.06 to the power of 1, 1 divided by 1 plus 0.06 to the power of 2, 1 divided by 1 plus 0.06 to the power of 3. Yes or no? So if you do this, what is the answer you will be getting? What is the discount factor for year 1, year 2, year 3? 1 divided by 1.06 is equal to first time. You'll get 0.943. If you do the second time, you will get 0.889. Third time, you will get 0.839. Then you will multiply this with 1,000. So it will be 943, 889, 839. So if you add this together, you will get what is the value today. That is 943, 889 plus 839. 943 plus 889 plus 839. This is 2671. Is this also clear? If the amount is given for year 1, year 2, year 3, this discounting also is clear to everyone. The concept of discounting is clear? Yes. Revenue, expenditure and discounting and the amortization table which I have done. The company is saying that every year they are paying 1,000. Every year they are paying 1,000. Now can you draw this one for me now? The one which I've shared you. The amortization table which we have done above, can you do this below for this one? This cash flow, the items which are given, 1,000 each year the company is paying. Interest is paid. Everyone getting the same answer which I have done? Agar this you know, no, your financial instrument lease will be very easy. I say today only. Financial instrument lease will be very easy chapter. I hope Rifa, Misbah, Mahi, Raj, this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
This is the basic for your DCF model. Raj, you are into investing, no?
Yes.
Investment banking.
Yes,
तो
sir.
बेसिक है. इसके बिना तो कुछ भी नहीं होता है इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग में.
Right, sir.
Everyone clear with this concept? सबको क्लियर है? Nod your heads. If yes, if your video is off, give a thumbs up to me. मनन क्लियर है बेटे? माही को क्लियर, सबको क्लियर. ओके चलो. Now let's take a break. Come back and start with the first IAS. We will take a break. Come and start with IAS 16. So the time is now 7:53. Be back by 8:15. Chalo, chalo, come back. Come back, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Raj, Rifa, Ashkan, chalo, 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 chalo.
सर मुझे लास्ट में जो था ना 941.13 उसमें जो 6% इंटरेस्ट है उसमें मुझे 56.47 आ रहा है।
हाँ बेटे, मैंने क्या बोला कि ये जो 1000 है ना, इसको राउंड ऑफ करना पड़ेगा। मैंने क्या बोला, जो लास्ट में रहता है ना कभी भी,
हाँ
वो डिफरेंस काय को आया तेरे को 56 बिकॉज ऑफ द परसेंटेज। हमने सारे डेसिमल्स नहीं लिए ना। इफ यू डू ऑन द
ओके
कैलकुलेटर यू गेट अ लॉट ऑफ डेसिमल्स, वी हैव नॉट टेकन दैट, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट रीजन इधर डिफरेंस आएगा 1 or 2 rupees का।
ओके सर
What should you do? You should round off here, because the company is saying that we are paying 1,000 is each year. Total we had to pay 3,000. So they have paid full amount. So the remaining will be adjusted at the last year. Year 3 में adjust
ओके
होगा
सर
सारा कुछ.
ओके सर श्योर।
Everything is clear for everyone. सब clear. Revenue expenditure ये formats basic and basic asset liability income expense. See, I am going slow only. धीरे धीरे अपन pace पकड़ेंगे. Once you be comfortable. Okay, now I hope everyone is back. Everyone are back. Okay. चलो. Clear? So we had divided the syllabus in 5 parts: part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. So we are starting with the part 1. Under part 1 we are doing the first IAS. IAS 16. IAS means International Accounting Standard. So write down IAS 16. As I mentioned that these are the handwritten notes that you will be getting. So what you can do from the next class, no, each topic you can take out the printout, so that you will not waste your time writing down this. Instead we will do a lot of questions. My aim is that only, because for 3 to 4 batches I've seen that instead of writing the definition etc, it's important that we discuss a lot and do a question, a lot of questions, rather than doing 5 or 6. We'll do 10 questions in the class. Okay. IAS 16. So take out the printout if there is any amendments, because as I mentioned syllabus changes that I will share the notes which are prepared for, which is already prepared 190 pages notes as that handwritten. Take out the printout, or if I'll share chapter wise only, it will be better. Take out as we are doing this chapter. If you have any doubts you can write down there also. So IAS 16, starting with this. IAS 16, what is this? PPE. PP means property, plant and equipment. Now we'll discuss what will be coming under this PP. I mentioned you that when we start learning any standard, we'll be learning 6 important points. The first one was regarding your definition. What is the meaning of the IS or IFRS? The definition of that. Then recognition. Then measurement. When should you record? Recognition. Measurement, at what value you should record. Then presentation. Where will you show this? Current, non-current. Where will you show the depreciation, etc. Then coming to the next one, derecognition. When will you derecognize the liability or asset? Then the last one is disclosure. What are the disclosures that is required for a particular standard? Now, can I say we have already covered what is the meaning of asset? Asset is a present economic resource controlled by an entity as a result of past event. Because you have done a past event and you are controlling it. If I say I have purchased a building today, that means I am getting the future economic benefits. I am controlling, I am taking all the benefits as a result of past event. Past event is that I have purchased the asset. An economic resource is the right that has the potential to produce economic benefit. Done with this. Now we then further discuss that assets are of two types. Assets are of two types. Two types of asset: non-current asset, current asset. Non-current asset means what? Which provides economic benefit for more than 12 months. Current asset means which provide economic benefit for less than 12 months. If you will not write this asset but write down this, as you do not have the notes, but write down this one. Under non-current asset, we have two types: tangible and intangible. Now, what does tangible means and what does intangible means? I will give you a basic example. Tangible, I say building, property, etc. Intangible asset, copyright, patent, goodwill. Now, what does goodwill means? Anyone, any idea? What does goodwill means?
Reputation of the business.
Okay, then anyone else? Goodwill means what?
Company's reputation.
Okay, company's reputation. Today I say that company A is there. Company A, company B. Company A will purchase company B. Company A will purchase company B. When company A is purchasing B, can I say company A will get what? All the assets and liabilities that belongs to company B. All the liabilities and assets that belongs to company B. Can I say company A will pay $20,000? But the value of the asset and liability, the value of the asset is, I say, $20,000, and the value of the liability is $5,000. So can I say what is the net amount I will be getting of the value of the company? Can I say 15,000? Equity asset is equal to liability plus capital. So 15,000 value of net asset I will be getting. Net asset means what? Asset minus liability. I am paying $20,000. The company, the assets which I am getting of the company is only $15,000. Am I fool to pay this 5,000 extra? Why I am paying this 5,000 extra? Anyone, any idea? Can I say this is because of what?
That's
Goodwill.
lonely.
Yeah, goodwill. Someone mentioned. What? Why? Other than leave goodwill now, basic thing.
Brand name.
Because that company is already running a good profit.
Yes, good profit. Can I say because of what? Good reputation, customer loyalty. They have good customer base. The company is doing very well. So that is the reason I pay 5,000, saying that this 5,000 I will recover in the future. This 5,000 is known as goodwill, the amount which you pay excess than the net asset. Amount to paid excess of the net asset is known as goodwill. ये clear है? Now, can you touch goodwill? Can you touch goodwill? Building you can touch and feel it. Can you touch goodwill? Can you touch any patent, copyrights? Can you touch this? You can't touch this. This is the further classification of non-current asset. Under this first standard, under intangible asset, we will be learning IAS 16, that is property, plant and equipment. We'll be learning the first standard, that is property, plant and equipment. And the other one is what? Investment property. As mentioned, I have a property, I've given this on rent and it is not my business. It will come under IAS 40. Then intangible asset, what we'll be studying? Intangible asset, IAS 38. IAS 38, intangible asset. So now IAS 16 I will be doing very slow. Then IAS 40 and IAS 38 we will pick up the pace, because most of the concepts which we'll be learning here will be same there. So if your IAS 16 is clear, IAS 40 will be easy for you, IAS 38 will be easy. If IAS 16, 40, 38 is clear, IAS 36 will be easy and IFRS 5 will be easy. So your part 1 will be fully easy if you understand what is IAS 16 properly. Any doubts in this? Type of asset, what are the types, etc. Now coming to the first point, the definition. The meaning of PPE. PP का मतलब क्या है? PP means what? Three important points you have to keep in mind. PP means what? I say that the first point is tangible asset. Tangible asset means you can touch or see it. Second one, it can be used for more than one period. One period means it can be used for more than 12 months. It can be used for more than 12 months. The third point is that it should be used for your business purpose. It should be used for your business purpose. These three are the important key terms for saying that the following item is a PP or not. First one, tangible hona chahiye. Second one, you should be using this for more than one period. One period means more than 12 months. More than 12 months. More than 12 months. Now in business, let me take an example. Today you purchased a machine. You purchased a machine. This machine. Now this machine is a PP. Let's discuss this. Is this tangible? Can you touch or see it? Yes, you can touch and see it. Can this be used for more than 12 months? Yes, you have purchased this machine to manufacture t-shirts, or let's take to manufacture some medicines, etc. So you can touch and see it, and can I say it is used for more than 12 months? Now, this is used for what purpose? Can I say this is used in manufacturing my inventory or finished goods? Can I say I'm using this for my investment production of goods? So can I say used for business? So this machine will be what? PPE.
PP.
If I say I have purchased this building I am using for my business purpose. That is, this is used for my business purpose. And what type of business purpose? Here, my marketing team, my sales team, my employee staffs, all are working in this. This is my office. This is my factory. This is my office for business purpose. Now, this office building is a PP. Chalo, let's see. Tangible, you can touch or see it. Yes. Can you use this for more than 12 months? Yes, building can be used. Can I say this is used for what? Can I say this is used for administrative purpose? To do my administration activities? Yes or no? This is used for my administrative purpose too. See, once you manufacture goods, can I say there should be other team also who will be managing the accounts, who will be managing the marketing part, who will be managing the sales part, etc. XYZ, who will be managing the design part, etc. All these staffs or employees will be working in this building. So this will also be known as PPE. Your factory, your office building, these all are PPE. I hope this is clear. Used in production or supply of goods or services and administrative purpose. If I say my company is a transport company and I have 10 vehicles, can I say that 10 vehicles also will be PP? Tangible? Can use for more than 12 months? Can I say this is used to provide service? I am providing service to whom? To the general public. So if I have cars, if I have bus, if I have aeroplanes, etc., this will be what? PP for me, because I'm using this to do my business. I hope these four things are clear to you. Not this one, this one. Till now we have covered this. Now this one we have to discuss. We will be discussing this now. Now the property or the PP or the item which is there should be either it is or. See here, further classification is or. Before that it is and. And means these three conditions should be met so that the following item is PP. Do you have to learn this? What is the definition of PP? Ratta मारना नहीं, खाली समझना है. It's not required that you ratify and the examiner will ask you write down the definition of PP. Nine. The examiner will not ask you what is the definition of PP. The examiner or the question will be such that they will give you two or three things. They will say you whether this is PP or not. Any example they will give you, they will say whether this is PP or not. So tangible asset, either it should be used in business or it is used for administrative purpose, or it is rental to others other than land and building. It is given on rent. I purchased a machinery today, I have given this on rent. Then it will still be a PP, but that rental item should not be land and building. That item should not be land and building. Other than land and building, anything I purchase and I've given this on rent and it is tangible and it is expected to be used for more than 12 months, it will be PP. Is this definition clear to everyone? We will go into deep for the land and building now. Now, can I say land and building can be a factory building, office building also? Now, this factory building, office building, can I say it is used in production and or it is used in my administrative purpose? Because of that reason, can I say PP? You have to look to the intention here. The item which the company is purchasing, either they are using for the business purpose or not, for the core business activity. Your factory building, your office building are used for what purpose? Are used for business purpose. Clear hai? Yes. Then if I say I have purchased, my business is regarding selling phones. I have a store, I am selling phone. I have 10 stores across Bangalore. 10 stores across Bangalore. These 10 shows, can I say this is what my space to do my business? So this space will be what? If you're owning it, it will be what? Your PP. Now, if I say I have purchased one more building and this building I have given on rent, am I, my business is giving on rent or my business of selling iPhones? My business of selling iPhone, not giving the your building for rental purpose. This building which I've given for rental purpose will not be your PPE, will not be your PP, because this building I'm not using for my business purpose. I'm using for rental income purpose, and giving the building on rent is not my core business activity. सबको clear है ये? Now I'll give an example. I say that company A is into real estate. Company A is in which industry? Real estate business. Now I say the company is into real estate. They do three types of business. They do three types of business. The first one is that they purchase the land and sell it. They purchase, they sell. They purchase, they sell. Purchase and sell it. Second one, they purchase land and building. They purchase land and building and give this on rent. Give this on rent. They purchase land and building and give this on rent. We will discuss these two only. No need required of third one. Now, this company A is into real estate and its main business is what? Two main businesses. Purchase and sell it. And the second one is what? They will purchase the land and building and they are giving this on rent. Now you say me which one is PP here? Assume that it's your company only, you are doing the business, which one will you show under PP? First one, the second one will be PP.
First one.
First one. What about others?
First and second.
First and second. Raj mentioned first and second. Okay, chalo. Then what about others? Chalo, let's see the definition now. Kai ko itna problem? We'll apply the definition. Dono tangible hai? Yes, it is tangible. Tangible, tangible. Is it expected to be used for more than 12 months? The first one which you are purchasing and selling, are you using for more than 12 months or you're purchasing and selling immediately? Within 2 months, 3 months, you're getting benefit. You purchase a land after 2 or 3 months, you're getting the profit, you're selling it. Is it expected to be used for more than one accounting period? Or you are keeping this for selling purpose? Can I say if you're keeping this for selling purpose, this is your inventory? Yes or no? That means, can I say this land is taken for trading purpose? So it will be under inventory. This one, second one, can I say this item is expected to be used for more than 12 months? Yes or no? I have purchased the land and building. I am saying that I will keep this for more than 12 months and I'll get the rental income. Yes, I am using for more than 12 months. Am I using this for what purpose? Can I say this? Am I using for administrative purpose? No. Can I say here I am using this to provide services to the public? They are using the building and they are giving me what? Rent. And it is my main business. If it's my main business, where it will come? PP. So you have to see the intention here. Is it your main business or not? This building, why you purchased? This building you purchased to construct a hotel, or you're doing some hotel business, or you're providing for PG purpose, etc. XYZ. Or I say you have 40 to 50 buildings. Your business, your company is acquiring properties and collecting rent. So then this will be what? PP. समझ में आया ये? How will you further classify this? मिसबा समझ में आया? नहीं. Ask me doubts. If you ask only जब clear होगा, नहीं तो कुछ भी clear नहीं होगा. If you ask the doubts, when you ask doubts, everything will be clear. If not, no. See here now. I have written here land and building for rent. Business is of giving land on building on rent. Then IAS 16. My business is only that I purchase building, I give this on rent. I purchase building, I give on rent. That is my main business. I generate my revenue from that. But I say business is not of giving land on rent. It's not my business. I've only purchased one property or two property. I've given that on rent. I do not care. Only I get whatever income I get. I'm happy with that. I'm not managing it properly. So then it will come under IAS 40, investment property. You have to see the intention here. अब समझ में आया थोड़ा और लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग में इट्स क्लियर सो व्हेन विल यू से लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग रेंटल टू अदर्स कैपिटल अप्रिसिएशन और बोथ this once again we will discuss when we do IAS 40 but I hope IAS 16 the definition is clear to everyone. What about Mahi, Rifa, Priyanshi?
Understood.
Okay. Yes. Now see a lot of items I've written here. Chalo. You will understand with these examples. I say that I purchased the land and building is for held for use. Land and building held for use for my business purpose. IAS 16. I purchased the land or building for my business use, like a factory building, office building, etc. XYZ. IAS 16. If I say I purchase land and building held for sale in ordinary course of business, I purchase building, I sell. I purchase building, I sell. I do this business. Then it will be my inventory. You would have seen some companies, they purchase, they sell, they purchase, they sell the buildings at profit. Then it will be IS to your inventory. It will be your inventory. Like your finished goods. If I'm selling iPhone is what? Inventory to me. Same case, if I'm doing the business of buying and selling the land and building, it will be an inventory for me. Then land and building held for sale. IFRS 5, we will cover this later. Land and building for rental. If it is of business purpose, it's your business only, then IAS 16. If not, IAS 40. Any asset other than land and building is given on rent, IAS 16. If I say I have given the iPhone on rent, if I say I have given the machine on rent, etc., any other PP will come under IAS 16 only. Only for land and building you have separate classification. Why this is important? When you come to IAS 40, you have lot of MCQ question regarding the classification between IAS 16 and IAS 40. So you have to see what is the ultimate intention here. And further examples are given like office building, factory building, company quarters. These all are what? PP. Now, building for staff accommodation. Building which is provided for staff accommodation. I have my company. Beside, I have my company. Within 1 kilometer, I have purchased a PP. I have purchased a building and I have given this on rent to whom? To my staff. I have given this building for my staff on rent purpose, and they are paying me the market rent only. In the market, the rent is 10,000 rupees. They are paying me 10,000 only. But this is for what purpose? For staff accommodation. Then this will come under what? IAS 16. Now you only think, why will the company purchase a building and give the staff on rent nearby the company? Can I say they can come on time, they can work
Yes.
properly, etc. XYZ? It is for what purpose? For benefit of the company. That is the reason IAS 16 says that if any building is purchased and it is given for staff accommodation, you have to allocate to IAS 16. Wherever in my notes you find out notes, you find out examples, in that you could have theory questions. Example, theory questions.
Sir, one question.
Yes.
If my nature of business is buying and selling of property,
Yes.
तो फिर जो मैंने प्रॉपर्टी लेकर जो रेंट पर दिया है, तो
हाँ.
फिर मैं उसको असेट में क्यों कंसीडर कर रहा हूँ?
You have to see. Now can I say I can also do two or three types of business when you are into real estate. When you are into real estate, can I say you will see whether your core business is what. If your core business is only buying and selling and you have purchased only one and two, you're not concentrating on that, then IS 40 investment purpose. You have to see the intention. This deep is not required in your FR. This detail is required in SBR. समझ में आया राज? You have to see the intention. See, there could be a lot of example. So that is the reason IS and IFRS are based on judgment. You have to decide. That is the reason you are learning this standard. Then when you go to the practical world, you have to decide inventory होगा क्या नहीं. Once you cover other standards also, no, then you will be able to identify, okay, whether this will come under PP, whether this will come under IS 40, whether this will come under revenue, or whether this will come under inventory. Clear है राज? अब
Yes, sir.
you have to see core business क्या है. Because when coming to real estate companies, many real estate companies do this also. Yes or no? They give the following item on lease for 100 years, 30 years, 40 years. or they give on rent per year basis.
And sir, one more doubt.
Huh.
In point number 4, land and building for rentals,
Hmm.
IS 16 and IS 40, two
Ah.
sections are there.
Hmm.
In point number 5, any asset other than land and building is given on rent, IS 16. ये
Yes.
थोड़ा contradictory feel हो रहा है.
हाँ वो होगा ना फील. दी आईएस इज स्टेइंग, आईएस स्पेसिफाई किया है अगर आप लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग के लिविंग लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग एनीथिंग यू गिव ऑन रेंट विल कम अंडर पीपी ओनली. वो स्पेसिफाई कर दिया. दैट इज द रीजन यू हैव अ डिफरेंट स्टैंडर्ड फॉर लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग ओनली. Others you do not have, so that is the reason you classify under this.
Okay.
Okay, see this is the first standard, so you'll be having a lot of doubts like that. Once you learn different standards, then it will be clear slowly. Is this clear? The definition sabko clear hai?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Why I spent good time on definition? You understand the logic. Now coming to recognition. First one done. Now second one, recognition. Recognition means what? When will you record the asset? Is this very important for FR? No. Many times it will be given, okay, asset hai, this has been recorded, you have to calculate or do the calculation part. Recognition. An item of PP shall be recognized as an asset in financial statements if and only if these two conditions are fulfilled. This two condition will apply for IS 40 also, IS 38 also. Same that. What it is? Probable future economic benefits are expected to flow to the entity and cost can be measured reliably. It is and both the conditions should be met. If both the conditions are met, then only you will recognize. First one is what? The company should get future economic benefits from that and the cost can be measured reliably. What is the price? What is the amount you have given to purchase it? If you don't know the amount, will you be able to record anything in the book? No, you will not be able to record. If you don't know what is the value, can you record that in the books? No, you can't record. Saying that what is the PP, what is the value of PP. If you don't know what is the purchase price, can you record? No. So that means probable future economic benefits are expected to flow to the entity and cost can be measured reliably. So I hope the recognition criteria is also clear. So you see that the definition and the recognition criteria are small only, is short only. So if I say these conditions are not satisfied, conditions satisfy, you will recognize PP, that is an asset in the books. If it is not satisfied, you will record this as an expense in the P&L. This you will record as an expense in the P&L. But directly you will not record. You will see other standards also, whether this will be investment property, whether this will be etc. XYZ. Nothing directly record as an expense in the P&L. In which where will you record this? Under operating. You have to see again operating, that expense is done for business purpose or not. Any doubts, anyone? This also you'll find something contradictory only. Sir, kya hai kuch? This expense to P&L, when it will be? When this will not be fulfilled. You have purchased a property today and you get to know that mere ko future economic benefit hai nahi. You will not get any future economic benefits. Then you will expense. But this is very rare. Any item you purchase, you can sell it and get the income. You can get the future cash flow to for sure. So the recognition criteria is useless, I say. Sabko clear है recognition part? You have to not by heart this. You have to only understand it. Examiner will not ask you the questions, will not come saying theory, write down the definition, etc. कुछ भी नहीं आएगा ऐसे. Is this clear to everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Thumbs up. If not, I will keep on asking. Clear है कि नहीं? For first few classes. After that, I will get to know. Okay, समझ में आ गया सबको. Okay, now coming to measurement principle. From here, it is important that you understand. From here, it is okay. From here, measurement principle, it is important. What does measurement means? Measurement means at what value you will record. Now you only say me, if I purchase a building for $10,000, you will record in the books at $10,000 only. No, what is the price you have purchased? Simple. So measurement principle means at what value you will record. There are two measurements. That is initial measurement. Initial measurement means the day when you purchase or the day when you record for the first time. First time you record it. You record it for the first time. Then subsequent measurement means at the balance sheet date, at each reporting date, that is 1st Jan 2024 and 31st 12 2024. So initial means what? It is not at the start of the year. It is the first time when you record. Subsequent means at each reporting period. Then the second year will be what? 31st 12 2025. The next 2026. Initial means when you first purchase it, first time when you record it, at what value. IAS 16 says that whenever you record first time any asset, which asset? PP, should be recorded at cost only. Should be recorded at cost. Now what does this cost means? Definition is given to this cost also. Let's understand this. Now what does cost means? Initial measurement. An item of PP that qualifies for recognition shall be measured at its cost. Now, sir, cost का मतलब क्या है? We'll see. The items which I've written here, no, you will see 1, 2, 3. This is the maximum the examiner will ask you. This is maximum the examiner will ask you. A lot of questions will come from this topic only. Now, let's understand what does cost means. Cost includes any directly attributable cost necessary to bring PP to location and condition required for it to be capable of operating in the manner intended by the management. Sir, कुछ समझ में नहीं आया क्या लिखा है? Let's take an example so it will be clear. Now I say that the company had purchased a machine. Company purchased a machine. Management mentioned what? When you purchase the machine, the intention is that it should be used. Once the machine is in the factory, we can start using it or we can start the production. Before that, whatever cost you incur should be capitalized, should be recorded as cost. I say that you purchase the building for $10,000. You purchase it for $10,000. I say to install this machine in your factory, you will incur further $100. To install this machine, you will incur. The transportation cost which you have incurred to bring this machine to your factory, you incur $20. Now, can I say the cost will include what all? This 10,000, this 1,100, and this $20. So, can I say what is the ultimate cost I have spent to bring the machine to the location? Location is my factory, and condition means what? Some restriction, something mentioned by the management. Condition means okay, once the asset is in the factory, it should be used. So to bring the machine to the usage, I have to incur these all expenditure. Then you will say these all are included in the cost only. If the management says that this machine should be at the 5th floor of the company, then to take the machine from the ground floor to the 5th floor, that also will be included. The cost which you incur to take the PP from the 1st floor to the 5th floor. Initially, when you first time record it. Any doubts in this? What does cost means now? I hope it is clear. Now let's see what are the costs which are included, etc. Purchase price of PP, the amount which you give to purchase, it is included. Non-refundable cost or import duty. I say that today I purchased a PP from US. I purchased an item from US and I am paying some import duties on it. Now, import duty I am paying to the government. The government is saying that we will pay back you. The government is saying that we will give you back again. I'm assuming I'm saying that. I am saying that in the question it is mentioned that the company will get back the amount. I say the import duty I paid is $1,000. The item I purchased at $10,000. Import duty is $1,000. Now this $1,000 you paid today, but the government says after 1 month we will give you back again this. Will this be your cost? Will this be your expense? It is not your expense. You are giving and you are again receiving it. This is not your cost. That is the reason I mentioned what? Non-refundable. The taxes or the import duties which are not refundable, which you will not get back, will be included in the cost of the asset. If you will not pay this import duty, will I be able to get that machine to my factory? No. The government will say, the authorities will say that pay this, get it to your factory. And if it is of non-refundable, you will include. Many students will do mistake in this. Then second one, finance cost. What does finance cost means? Cost means I say that to purchase this PP, you have taken a loan. You have taken a loan. On this loan, you are paying interest. Let me take example. This 10,000, on this you are paying 10%. $100,000 is the interest which you're paying. This interest, can you add to this? Yes, you can add to this if IAS 23 conditions are satisfied. That again we will be learning what is this IAS 23. So that is the reason I mentioned part 1 has linkage with each and every standard. Finance cost, the interest which you pay on this, can I say normally you have learned, sir, P&L mein jayega, expense hoga. It will go to P&L as an expense. But if certain conditions are fulfilled, which is mentioned in IAS 23, you will record this in the cost of the asset rather than recording where? In the P&L as an expense today itself, full amount. Then any legal fees, for legal paperwork I've incurred some fees, 100 or 200 rupees, like that also will be added. Transportation cost to bring the machine to my place, that also will be included. Installation and assembling cost, that also will be included. Stamp duty, you are paying some stamp duty, that also will be included. Site preparation cost. Now the items which I mentioned from year to year will include other parts also. There can be two types of PP. One, I purchase it from someone. One, I develop in my in-house. I develop in-house. I say that today I'm constructing my factory building. It will take 2 years. I will construct my factory building. To construct that factory building, I will incur some expenditure, and that factory is used for my business purpose. So for the 2 years, whatever you incur cost, whatever expenditure you do, will be capitalized it. That everything will be accumulated and you will get the total amount for what? The construction of the factory or construction of the PP. You can either purchase or either you can develop by yourself in-house. If you're developing by yourself, all the cost you will include. So then site preparation cost. I have a land to construct my building. The land is not in level. I have to level it. Because of that, I incur $2,000. That also will include here. Professional fees, same. If I want the design of my building, office building, you pay to the architect, that fees also will be included. Employment cost of construction workers, the workers who are working, I'm paying them salary, that also will be included in the cost of the asset, which in which case in construction part here. Direct material, some material I'm using, that also will be included. Labor and overhead cost on construction, everything will be included. Now coming to the next one, testing cost. See, these all things you will not find in any book, etc. This I have written based on previous year papers. What is the examiner can ask you maximum? Now, testing cost. When you purchase any PPE, can I say you want to manufacture medicines? Can you on the first day only will you be able to manufacture, or directly you will manufacture and sell? No, you will do testing whether the machine is working properly or not. To do the testing, you will incur cost. That cost also will be included here. Can I say once you do testing, you incur $1,000. You have done testing, you will get some output. You are getting some output. If you get some output, can I say, let's take you're getting some output and you're selling this. You're selling this and you're getting some value of $200. Where will you record this? This you will record in revenue as a sales. You will not say that 10,000 minus 200, my net cost is 800. You will not do this. You will record the testing cost differently, separately, and this 200 also separately. Where you will record this 200 as a revenue. I have written this in note also below. Then the present value of decommissioning. This, before starting this, we had discussed the table, amortization table. This is regarding this topic. Then any other directly attributable cost, whichever you feel okay, they are directly attributable, you will add it to the cost. Insurance on transit. I am purchasing any item which is important and I've created an insurance on that also during transportation. It is taking 10 days and it is any very important item. So I've taken an insurance on that. The insurance or the premium which you pay, that also will be included here. Clear with the points which I've written here? Any doubts in this? I hope सबको clear what I've written here. Now, do you know there are two types of discount, trade discount and settlement discount? आइडिया है कि नहीं सबको? ट्रेड डिस्काउंट का मतलब क्या है, सेटलमेंट डिस्काउंट का मतलब क्या है? प्रियांशी, माही, what about you? Do you have an idea what is trade discount and cash settlement discount means?
No, sir.
No? Okay, chalo then. Trade discount and cash discount or settlement discount. I say that today you purchase an item for $10,000. $100,000. The seller is saying that we will give you 2% discount. So what is the cost to you? What is the cost for you? $98,000. You have purchased this on credit. You have not given the amount. You say to the person that I will pay you after 1 month. I will pay you after 1 month. But the seller is saying to you that if you pay the payment, if you do the payment within 15 days, if you do the payment within 50 days, I will provide further 2% discount. If you do the settlement within 15 days, I will give you further 2% discount. Can I say the 2% which is given here is settlement discount? This is based on the settlement, based on the payment when you do. Now coming to PP under cost. In cost, you can include trade discount. Cash discount will not be included. Trade discount you will include. That means you will reduce this. Include means you will reduce and record the value. Will you reduce settlement discount? No. You should not do this. Clear with this? Trade discount, settlement discount. See here, trade discount I have written. Now coming to the cost which are excluded, which are not included only, which are not included in the cost. The first one is staff training cost. To run this machine, you have to train the staff. To run this machine, you have to train the staff. PP, if PP is a human being, PP will say that this is not my headache. This is not my headache. When you purchased me, you did not consider this point. It's your headache. It's the headache of the company. You have purchased me. I am ready for my use. If you don't know to use, it's not my mistake. So that is the reason staff training cost you will not include. Then administrative and general overheads, like normal expenditure which you do, like your selling team, your purchase team, etc. Those salaries will not be included here. It will be excluded. Advertisement cost, it will also be excluded. When you inaugurate any factory building, etc., you incur, you do advertisement of your stores, etc., you will exclude this. You will not include this all in the cost of the building. It will be excluded. Cost of opening a new facility or inauguration, that also will not be included. I mentioned revenue expenditure. Will you include revenue expenditure? Day-to-day repair, you will not include that. Selling and allocated overheads also you will not include. Any losses you have, initial operating losses, that also you will not include. Cost of relocating or reorganizing the entity. Because you have purchased this PP, you have to reorganize your business. You have to relocate your staff. No, it is not included. PP will say this is not my headache. It's your headache. Then when you purchase the PP, you purchase a maintenance contract also. You have purchased the maintenance contract that, okay, every year I will pay 1,000 for the maintenance purpose. That 1,000 will not be included. It is a revenue expenditure. It will go back in P&L. Then coming to what does abnormal losses means. Can anyone say me what does the term abnormal losses means? Abnormal losses. What does this means? Abnormal losses. Let me take an example. Today I am constructing a building. If I'm constructing a building today, I say that the person says that 100 kg of cement is required. 100 kg of cement is required. The construction person will say that, okay, you can take excess 105. 5 kg will be wasted here and there. Yes or no? When they mix, etc., XYZ, 5 kg will be wasted. So now this is 5 kg. It is industry practice that 5 kg will be wasted. But once your building is constructed, you get to know that it has used 130 kgs of cement. When you ask the contractor, he mentioned that, sir, the workers did not knew how to construct or how to mix, etc., XYZ. They have not used it properly. So normally 105 kg of cement is required, but you have used 130 kg. This difference of 25 is known as what? Abnormal loss. This is normal loss. Because this is your loss only, no. Actually 100 kg is required. They are using 5 kg, etc. You will say, okay, this is normal, it will be wasted. But they are saying 10 to 15 kg we are using extra. That is an abnormal loss. Clear with this? Normal and abnormal loss. In your exam, it will be directly given abnormal, normal loss. You have to add or reduce it. Normal loss you will include, abnormal loss you will exclude it. You will not include only. So what are the costs which are included? What are the costs which are excluded? I have given you an idea about it. Now let's do a question so that it is clear. Can you see the question? First question which you have. Question 1, write down in your book question 1 and we will solve this. Question 1. Chalo everyone. Don't write the question, write down only question 1 and do the calculate the cost. First read the requirement. Calculate the cost at which the factory should be recorded. So initially at what value the item will be recorded. That means you are constructing here, you are not purchasing here, you are constructing here, you are constructing. So chalo, now say me what will be the cost of the asset here. We have not yet discussed any journal entry, we'll be coming to that, but I need what will be included in the cost here now. Please solve it. Everyone solving? See, I can directly give you this and say, okay, look to these items and say what is the cost. No, I've explained each and everything. Why? It is basically that to bring the location to the condition and its use. To get the asset to the location and condition, what all cost you have incurred will be capitalized. Means you will be recording as an asset. Anyone done or no? What about others? Arti, Misbah, Priyanshi, Mahi, Mahan, Raj, Rifa. You have to be interactive, guys. जब भी क्लास रहेगा, it's not one way communication, it's two way communication. That is the reason we keep live batches. If not, we can provide you recorded also. No, I can do a recording and do the question by myself and give you the recordings also. Why do we have live classes? So that you can interact. If you have any doubts, you answer it. Now, cost of land, will you include this, Manan? I
Yes,
will ask
sir.
everyone. You will include this. Okay, yes. Then trade discount, Shreya, will you consider this?
We will subtract the trade discount.
Yes, you will subtract. That means you will include it. You will subtract. So 1200 minus 50. Then next one, non-refundable taxes. The taxes are non-refundable. Then what will you do? Aarti, reduce it. So I will reduce or add it?
Add.
Add it. I will add it because this is a cost. It's not a benefit to me. So I will add it. It is non-refundable. It was refundable, you will ignore. If it was refundable, you will write down 0. You'll ignore it. You will not do anything. Then construction material. To construct this, material has been taken. So can I say this will be included? Material which is required for the construction. But can I say a thing is mentioned here? Settlement discount on material purchase. The material which we have purchased, trade discount is not given, but settlement discount is given. Will you consider settlement discount? No, you will not consider, you will ignore. So I will scratch this out. Chalo then. Abnormal losses. Now anyone? Priyanshi, will you include this abnormal losses, bete?
No.
No, we will ignore this. You will not include 0 here. Then staff training cost. Rishabh, will you include the staff training cost? Rifang, Semi, will you include the staff training cost?
No, sir.
No, you will not include. You will ignore this also. So you'll ignore this, you will ignore this. Labor charges to construct the building, you have incurred this. Will you include this? Yes, we will include this labor charges. Then architect fees, yes, we will include. Survey fees, yes, we will include. Before construction, there is a survey, then you have to, this is the cost you will include. Site specific overheads. Relating to the site, there is specific overheads. You will include this. This is not general overheads. If it is general overheads, you will ignore it. Can I say general and admin overheads allocated? Will you include this? Manan, bete? General administrative overheads. Will we include this?
Yes, sir.
नहीं बेटे, सी जनरल एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ओवरहेड्स अपन नहीं करेंगे इंक्लूड. Administrative and general overheads. Administrative and general overhead means what? You have a purchase team, some other staffs are working in your company, etc. These things you will not include here
Okay,
because they are working for the general purpose of the business. It's not specific for this construction part. You are not able to identify. You will ignore this general administrative overheads. It is written for general purpose. It's not specifically, it is not directly attributable to this. It's not directly attributable, so you will ignore this. You will not include this. Then the next one, fire alarm testing. Will you include this? Testing of the fire alarm. Yes, you will be including this. So that is 10. You will be including this also. Then coming to the last one, annual business property tax. Will you include this? Annual business property tax. What about others? Will you include, Misbah, will you include this bete? Annual business property tax. Thoda lagao dimag. In this question, this one is only tricky. Apply your brains.
No, sir.
No. Okay, Raj mentioned no. Yes, bang on. Misbah, what about you?
Uh,
Yes or no? I did not hear.
no, sir.
Okay, no. Why no? Anyone saying yes here? No, you will not include. This is for your business purpose. This is not directly related to the construction part. This is your business tax. It's not related to the construction. This also you will ignore. So can I say these are the items I will be including? So can anyone say me the total? What is the total here? 1200 minus 50 plus 40.
6600.
Yes, let me do 3000 plus 25 plus 15 plus 300 plus 10. I got 6940. Everyone getting the same answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So clear what are the costs that is included and what are the costs that are excluded. We'll do questions. We'll do further questions. Okay, chalo then. Some important points, important notes. Sale proceeds during testing process are not reduced from the testing cost. Have we discussed or not? We have discussed this. You will not include it. Cash discount or settlement discount. Will you consider this? No, you will not consider this. You will not consider this. This will be recorded in revenue. This you will ignore. Now, coming to this topic, subsequent expenditure. What does this mean? Once you have purchased the asset, can I say every year there could be some expenditure on it? Every year there could be an expenditure. Like we have discussed, revenue expenditure, capital expenditure. Subsequent expenditure are of two types, yes or no? Capital expenditure, revenue expenditure. Capital expenditure, what will you do? You will include in the cost of the asset. What will you do? You will include in the cost of the asset. Revenue expenditure, what will you do? You will charge to P&L. P&L which part? Operating category. In operating category, you will record this. So that is the reason I explained what is capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. Capital expenditure means which enhances the value of the asset, which increases your benefit or your cash flow. You will include, you will add the cost, you will add the expense to the cost of the asset. When coming to revenue expenditure, you will expense this to P&L, you will record into P&L. Now you will ask me, sir, how we will identify in the exam? These are the basic things, basic hints or indication. But I've given you the logic also. But how the examiner will ask you? Any subsequent expenditure on PP should be part of the cost if it enhances the economic benefit provided by it. Extending the asset's life. If it is extending the asset's useful life, then you will consider this as a capital expenditure. Expansion or increasing the productivity of the asset. You are increasing the production capacity. You are increasing the rental income which you are getting in real estate business. Then these all are what? Capital expenditure. Or decrease in operating cost. If you are investing in an item, if you are investing in a technology and that technology will help you to reduce what? The operating cost, then that also is a revenue expenditure. Capital expenditure, sorry. It's a capital expenditure. See, it's not every time that it provides economic benefits by cash flow only. If you are incurring today $10,000 of cost, if you install a separate item to this machine, it will reduce your operating cost by 5,000. Then you will include this. Is this clear? These are the hint or indication how you will identify whether it will enhance the value or not. It's not every time that cash flow will increase. You are spending something, but it is reducing your cost also. If it is reducing your cost, it is also your benefit. First, you were spending 10,000, but now you are only spending 5,000. You installed an item worth of 20,000 as part of the machine. You spend 20,000 extra. Because of 20,000, your operating cost, the cost of operating it is reducing it. So this is your capital expenditure because it is enhancing or providing you benefit. Clear? Any doubts in this? Now, chalo, we'll do a basic question. Can you do a basic question? Now say me whether the 10,000 should be capitalized or expense. Should the 20,000 be capitalized or expense? See, these are all small topic. As we move forward, now this everything will have a linkage. Do understand that?
Expensed.
Which one? First one should be expensed?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes. Second one, beta, what about everyone? Second one should be expensed or capitalized? It should be capitalized because it is what? Producing more units per hour. So it is increasing the benefit. Your profitability is increasing. So is this clear, the difference between capital expenditure, revenue expenditure? Okay. Now chalo to the journal entry part. When you purchase any asset, what is the entry you record? Debit what, credit what? Chalo. Debit what comes in? Can I say asset, that is PP, is coming in? Credit what goes out? Cash is going out. If I say this is cash purchase, credit purchase, then what will you do, beta? Credit purchase. Same way, debit PP. Credit what you will record? Are you paying?
Name of the entity.
Name of the entity, or can I say I will normally record liability, I have to pay someone? Can I record payable here? Not payable. Let's
Yes.
write down it is a liability to be paid to the name of the company. I'll record payable for your understanding purpose. Payable. You have to pay it. Is the journal entry also clear for the part?
Yes, sir.
So this PP, at what value will record, beta? Can I say this PP will record at cost? Cost means all these items which you have seen down. All the items which you have seen down will be the total value here. So this basic is clear regarding the recognition of initial. You have many parts in this. Small topics are there. Now coming to this part, which I mentioned in you, the 12th one. This is the most important part here. 12th one. Chalo now. As we have learned the discounting, it will be helpful here now. Now see here. The next concept known as cost of. See, once we have done this topic, no, I have further two questions regarding cost. So we'll learn this and then do the two questions so that it will be clear for us. We'll do one question today and one question tomorrow. Cost of dismantling, removal, decommissioning, and site restoration. This means what? Now, today you have purchased a land. This land you are using for your mining purpose. This you are using for mining purpose. You have taken the asset, you have purchased the following land from the government and you are using this for mining purpose, the government says that after 40 years or 30 years, once you have completed your mining, once you have extracted a lot of items, you have to rebuild it, you have to restore it, you have to dump the mud again, and you have to plant trees. Can I say this is done for the public purpose? Because the public is also concerned that you are using and you're destroying the society, so the government says that you have to restore the land again. Or sometimes when you purchase an aircraft, the government says you are using the aircraft for 15 years, after that you have to dismantle it, you have to dismantle it, you have to separate the part and you have to sell it. Then in that case, can I say today only you know that you have to remove something, you have to do something? Can I say in future you will incur some expenditure? For sure. Today I know that I have to restore the land, I have to fill the land, I have to plant trees. Today only I know that at the end of 10th year I will have some expenditure. That expenditure, can I say it is a liability? I know for sure after some years I have to incur this, so you will record this as a type of liability, that is known as what? Provision. This again we will study in IAS 37. So but do understand that whenever there is restoration, you record a provision. Now what does this means? Let us understand this concept now, taking an example. Debit, credit. Now do understand, whenever you want to record any items in as per IS and IFRS, it works on the concept of discounting to record the fair value. Yes or no? I will receive 2000 after 2 years, but what is the value today? You will record it by discounting it. Same way here, if I say today that after 10 years you have to incur $10,000, after 10 years you have to incur $10,000, I say the discount rate is 10 percentage, the number of year is 10. Can you please calculate the discounted value and say me today what is the value that you would have to incur if you do the restoration? After 10 years you will pay 10,000. If you had to do the restoration today, what is the cost you will incur? Discount and say me the value please. 1 divided by 1.10, 10 times is equal to 10 times. Everyone getting the same value, 0.385? I am getting this. Yes or no? Say out if you get the answer, fatafat you should say.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. You should say before me calculating, you should say. Initial classes I will be calculating. After that, I will not be calculating. You should calculate and say me. If your calculation is wrong, your friends will be saying, sir, this is the mistake we have done. Initial classes, I will also check it. After that, you should say me. If it is wrong, you should only say me, sir. The answer other student mentioned is wrong. Some mistake is there. So now, what is the value then today? Can I say 0.385 into 10,000? So can I say 3,850 is the value today? So should you include this in the cost of the asset? Yes, you should include in the cost of the asset. So if you include in the cost of the asset, can I say it will be recorded already in PP, this 3,850. This 3,850 will be recorded in PP. Now you only say me, should you pay $10,000? Should you incur $10,000 or should you incur 3,850? You have to incur $10,000. So now, but you're recording this as a provision. I mentioned this is a liability. You have to incur this. You will record 3,850. Now you say me, we have to incur $10,000 after 10 years. But today you're recording in your books only 3,850. Is this correct? Is this correct? No, it is not correct. No, you have to incur $10,000. Sir, we have recorded 3,850. It's not correct. Can I say what we will do? You will increase this how? By taking the 10 percentage every year. So if you do the 10 percentage every year, can I say what it will be? 3,850 into 10 percentage. 385. 385. You will increase it. So this 385 will be what your interest expense. This will be what? Interest expense. Debit interest expense. Credit what? You will increase your provision. So if I say at the end of first year, at the beginning of the first year, it was 3,850. Then you added the value 385. So what is the value? Can I say at the end of first year, what will be your provision? The amount which you have to incur after few years. 4,235. This is the way you keep on doing it. This is known as what? You have done discounting. Now you are doing unwinding it. You are opening it up again. You have compressed something 10,000, you have made 3,000. Again, slowly, you are opening it up, because IS and IFRS requires that any transaction which is done for more than 12 months period, or the cash is paid after 12 months, you have to discount and record it. This again will be repeated in IS 16, IFRS 9, IFRS 15 also. Is this clear? The part which I have done here. सबको क्लियर है? आरती, मनन, रिफा, राज, माही?
Yes, sir.
सबसे
Sir,
इंपॉर्टेंट
but why is
पार्ट,
it going to provision?
why are we recording provision?
Yeah.
This we will understand once we do IS 37 beta. What does provision means? Do understand provision means what? A basic example I will give you. Now provision is a liability. You understand that? Do understand that provision is a liability. Provision is what? Provision is a liability. Under liability you have provision. Now, what was the example for liability? Can I say bank loan was an example for this one? Liability. Now, when you have taken the bank loan, can I say it is properly written in the documents, etc.? What is the amount you have to repay and when you have to repay? You know what is the timing when you have to repay, what is the amount you have to repay. But when coming to provision, either you will not be knowing the amount or you will not be knowing the timing. You will not be knowing the timing or you will not know the amount. Normally, liability, you know the timing and you know the amount what I have to pay. But when coming to provision, you will not know, either you will not know the amount or the timing. Here, can I say you know the timing at the end of 10th year, you have to do this. But do you know that this 10,000 for sure? Can I say this 10,000 is an estimate? You don't know. You are only estimating, say, okay, saying that inflation will be this much. Today, Maggie is costing 12. Earlier it was costing 12. After 2 or 3 years, it will become 14. So that is the same way assumption you apply. Okay, after 10 years, my assumption is that, okay, I will incur this value. So here you don't know the amount. That is the reason. If you don't know the amount, you can do an estimate as per IS 37. Abhi clear hai? Difference between a little bit idea of provision and liability.
Yes.
Yes, again we'll do this in detail, that a lot of example will. But I hope you understand this too. The journal entry and the discounting part. Every year you will increase. For the next year also you will do interest expense and credit provision. On what value you will do? Do draw the amortization table. First one we had 3850, then interest we had how much? 385. So what was the balance here? 4235. Then 4235, again add on this 10 percentage, 423.5. Continue this way. Then now where will this interest expense be recorded? This interest expense will be recorded in financing part. Where will you record this? In financing part. We learned now operating, investing and financing. This interest expense will be recorded in operating. Are you raising any finance here? I mentioned two types of liability. One is which is completely focused on raising finance, raising money like bank loan. Are you raising any bank loan here? No, you have an interest expense. Why? IS and IFRS works on the concept of discounting and recording the values. So once you discount anything, you will unwind it. So when you unwind it, that is an interest expense. सबको क्लियर है ये पार्ट? Everyone is clear with this?
Sir,
हाँ.
so interest expense goes to operating activity.
No, interest expense will go to financing बेटे. मैं mention कर रहा हूँ. It will go to financing activity. It will go to write down this. Write down this. Write down this. As I mentioned, IFRS 18 is new, so you have to learn what is recorded where. So let's write down this. Interest expense on unwinding is recorded where? Recorded under financing activity or financing category, not activity. Write down category. Important point. Why are we doing this? Can I say because of law? This is required by law, or it is based on your past practices? Either you have been following from every time you purchase any mining or mine, or when you purchase any machine, you dismantle it, even though law is not saying it. You are doing this, you're doing from the past 10 years. Again, for the asset which you purchase new, you will be doing this. So there are two types of obligation. It is a liability, already mentioned this IAS 37 in detail. So are the journal entries also clear? When you purchase a PP, debit PP, that is cost we have learned about. Credit bank or payable. Credit what? Provision for dismantling, restoration, removal cost. Dismantling, unwinding of provision. Debit finance cost, credit provision. So this will go to financing category, not operating category. Then when you transfer this finance cost to P&L, debit P&L, credit finance cost. You reduce the finance cost balance and you take into P&L. It's only a transfer entry, but this is important. These two journal entries are important. Is this also clear? The journal entry, the basic, सबको clear है? So now can we do a question now? Same question. Chalo, do this question. Blue sky. Do this question. Blue sky. Some important notes are given, so read it. Regarding material, something is given. Regarding some other thing is given, and one more thing is given here. What all cost will be included? Directly attributable. Will you include the purchase price of the land? Yes. Stamp duty? Yes. Legal fees? Yes. Site preparation and clearance? Yes. Material? Yes. Labor? Yes. Architect fees? Yes. General overheads? Will you include general overheads? No, you will not. So I will ignore this. Now let's read some information. Before that, Blue Sky began construction of a building for its own use on 1st April 2007. So when they have started the construction on 1st April 2007. In your FR, dates are very important. Dates are very important to understand that. The following question, you are required to calculate the cost of building that will be included in tangible non-current addition. That means what will be the cost of the asset that will be included. Now they have given material. Material costs were greater than anticipated. Okay, they mentioned the material which is done. No, this is more than which we have anticipated. Why? On investigation, it was found that material costing 10 million had been spoiled and therefore wasted, and further 15 million was incurred on materials as a result of faulty design work. What they mentioned, out of this, 10 million have been spoiled and therefore wasted, and further 15 million was incurred on material as a result of faulty design work. Now what will you do? Now this is a normal loss or abnormal loss?
Normal loss.
Abnormal loss.
Abnormal loss. No, can I say both 10 million and see this 10 million is abnormal. It's spoiled. It's not mentioned that this is minimum required. They mean if it is spoiled and further you are incurring some expenditure, you will not take that also. If you have spoiled it, you do recorrect and record that as an expense. So can I say these both items will be what here now? Abnormal. Now, what is this? Can I say we have totally recorded 100 million as the value of the construction part? Can I say this 10 million is abnormal, 15 million is also further, which will not be included? So can I say ultimate only 75 we have to include then? So my purchase price is 250, 5,000, 10,000, 18,000. Now can I say 100 minus 25,000? Only 75,000 I will record. Chalo, next one. As a result of these problems, work on the building ceased for a fortnight during October 2007, and it is estimated that approximately 9 million of the labor cost related to this period. They were saying what? They are saying that because of this reason it was spoiled. No, the construction was stopped. The construction was stopped for what period? The construction was stopped for during October. And during that October, what is the cost which you have incurred here? During October, what is the cost you have incurred? 9 million. Is this directly related to the construction? Had construction taken place during October?
No, sir.
Construction was not taken place. If
No.
construction is not taken place, will you include this in the cost of the asset?
No.
No. So can I say kitna hai? 150 minus how much? 9,000. So how much will be this then? 144. Is this clear for everyone? Then they mention what? The building was completed on 1st July 2000 X8 and occupied on 1st September 2000 X8. They are saying when was the building completed? The building was completed on 1st July. When we calculate cost, do we see what is the date when it is completed? No. You only have to decide what is the cost. This we will discuss tomorrow. When should you see the date exact? So now this 30,000, will it be included? No. 30,000 also will not be included. Can I say I will get the total of this now? What is the total here? Can you do the total and say me? Cost of the PP.
Architect fees.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, my bad. Architect fees we have not included. Yes, anyone reminded me.
5,19,000.
5,19,000. Everyone getting same answer?
Yes,
I have
sir.
not calculated. I have only given you the numbers. I need the total.
5,19,000.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So this will be what? Can I say debit, credit what? Debit, PP, credit, cash. Everything I have already paid in cash. I've done all the expenditure. So how much is this? 519. 519. Can I say these normal things which are abnormal? Can I say where it will go? Debit P&L as an expense, that is 10 plus 15, 25, and cash, basic entry. Then relating to this 9 million, debit, credit, debit, P&L, credit, cash going out. Where will you record this? Will be recorded in operating activity. Operating activity you will be recording. Clear है सबको? With the journal entry, new students, Manan, Misbah, Priyanshi, Mahi, Raj, Rifa.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes. So this is the question 2. और क्या है? नहीं. चलो. So we are done with this. Now coming to the part. I will give you a small homework, a small question I will give you as a homework. Again, we will do this in tomorrow's class. It's regarding cost only. ये clear है? Can you see this? Can you see this question? This is below which part? The dismantling part. This is your homework today. You have to do this. Tomorrow we will discuss this and do one more question regarding cost. So total 4 to 5 questions we have done regarding cost. So this is including what? Discounting part. Discounting already I've done two, 3 examples before, and again I've done one here. So now we'll do 2 questions complete with this. So this is your homework. Now with this, can we wind the session now? It's already time. So I'll share this, do this as homework. If you want, you can write down the figures also now. You have to calculate the cost. What is the present value? You have to pass the journal entry for the first year. If you want, write down the data. I will share this with you. Okay. Let me stop sharing the screen now. I hope it is clear to everyone the topic which we have done today. So see now, it is interesting or not now? Once we came to practical part.
Yes, sir.
Yes? Sir, theory ज़्यादा हो गया था बहुत. But as I mentioned, no, to know little bit basics, operating क्या investing, so that it will be clear now. As we do questions, okay, क्या किधर जाएगा, it will be clear. Okay? Any doubts, anyone? No doubts?
No, sir.
No? Can we end the session now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Good night. Have a good day. Bye bye. We'll
Thank
meet
you,
you
sir.
tomorrow at the same timing.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, welcome.